Was there a bowler who troubled you so much that you hope, I wish this bowler doesn't come to bowl me?
Bumrah's one of the greatest bowlers I've ever played against. He never troubled me too much, luckily, touch wood.
You should face the new Bumrah.
No, he's still the same. I faced him at his peak, don't you worry.
Was there a bowler who troubled you so much that you hope, I wish this bowler doesn't come to bowl me?
I think Mohammad Asif when I was younger, the Pakistani,
the magician.
Right? Yeah, he was, and I mean to be fair to myself, I wasn't really comfortable with my own technique at that time. I had some flaws. I was taking the bat behind my back, so I mean I would have loved to face him now, or when I was a bit older, very sound technically, knowing what I'm doing out there. But for him, to face him at that time was almost unfair. He just had too much skill. He was playing with me. It felt like, really good bowler.
He will take this as a compliment.
He must.
Okay, so who was the toughest bowler you ever faced? Asif or anyone else?
I think seam bowler, he was probably the most skillful at a high pace. 140s, always moving the ball around with a lot of bounce. He was a tall guy. When I was younger as well, Shane Warne was quite intimidating. Skill-wise, I felt like I had him under control, but he was just in my face. He was reading the game so well, exposing weaknesses. And quite a few others. I mean, later on in my career, I struggled a bit against Stuart Broad. He was a fantastic bowler. Never feared him, but he always found a way just to make the ball. Obviously, Bumrah. Bumrah's one of the greatest bowlers I've ever played against. He never troubled me too much, luckily, touch wood.
You should face the new Bumrah.
I got a hold of him a bit.
You should face the new Bumrah.
No, he's still the same. I faced him at his peak, don't you worry. He was amazing. And we always had great battles against each other. I got a hold of him a few times. He got me out a few times. I have a lot of respect for him.
We have enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, in 2015 World Cup, we saw you crying on the field after losing in final over. Does that moment still upset you? Because that was a great team, great South African team.
We lacked one or two positions. I feel we lacked an all-rounder. Jacques Callis retired just prior to that World Cup, and I think we really missed him. But we still had a really good team who was in form, who believed we could go all the way. And I felt we had the number of the Australians that year. We beat them a few times leading up to the tournament. And I wish we could have it over and just get to that final and get one bite at that cherry. But New Zealand played a really good game of cricket that night. At home, Eden Park, for them it was loud, it was difficult for us, intimidating, and unfortunately I think where we lost it was probably a couple of catches in the field that we dropped, particularly Grant Elliott, who went on to win the game. Things happen, gave him my best shot, and I'll always be emotional about that. Obviously we were so close, I could almost taste it, and that once again is the beauty of sport. It's such a leveler, such great highs and lows, roller coaster rides. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for us in that year.
If I ask you that, which loss hurt South African fans the most? The 1999 South Africa versus Australia, 2015 South Africa versus New Zealand, or 2024 India versus South Africa?
I think 1999 was the most heartbreaking for me. That was bad, man.
Klusner and Donald, if I'm not wrong.
Because we had that under control. I mean, we needed one of 3 balls, I think. There was no need to even run. But it just shows you the magnitude of that situation and the moment, realizing that we are so close to the final and possibly even lifting the trophy. And just a moment of madness, man. Obviously it was very loud. Donald didn't hear the call. He obviously thought it's straight to the fielder. We don't have to run. There are many balls to go still, or 3, whatever, 2. And Klusner felt like he had to get through. But I was in tears that night, much more than I was in 2015. I was 15 years old then, and I cried myself to sleep that night, so I'll never forget that.
During 2024 T20 World Cup, South Africa lost a close match. I mean, we all thought as an Indian that we lost. Klaasen was playing superbly, there was Miller. How you felt that day?
Yeah, I think the odds were still stacked against us, even though Klaasen played exceptionally well. I always knew the ball got a bit softer. If we lose one more wicket, it's going to open up widely, and which ended up happening. Klaasen turned it around and gave us a chance. But I think India batting first, they're setting up a good total. I always knew it was going to be a really tough chase in the final. So I think the guys actually did well to come close, but still.
What was the most crucial moment? That sky catch?
No, I think Klaasen getting out.
Klaasen getting
out. Yeah, there was a moment there where he could have shifted back to the second or third
or
gear.
Rishabh Pant delaying the match smartly.
I mean, there's so many moments. That always happens. It's just a lot more telling.
How you
because it was a
summarize? How you
final.
summarize? If you have to pick one reason, like why you guys lost.
No, Klaassen getting out, definitely. If he batted for 3 more overs, we would have won, in my opinion. Even if he just took once and just extended the game a bit. So him getting out really sort of took the momentum out of the sails, and then obviously the little moments happened. But it is what it is. I think Pandya handled that final over exceptionally well. You
True.
got to give it to him. And it was so close. Miller's hit the sky, catching it on the boundary, touching the rope, but it's okay. It's India. I'm just joking. No, it was a fair catch. It was heartbreaking, but luckily we went on to win the WTC, right? So got the monkey off the back, and hopefully the guys will go and win many trophies in the future.
That choker tag, does it ever bother you? Because now finally it is removed. You guys won WTC final. Temba Bumrah, what a man, winning all the test matches.
Yeah, it's never bothered me, it never will. It's always been to me opportunity. And I've always played my cricket that way as well. When I'm not backed, when I feel the chips are down, the odds are against me, that's when I play my best cricket. And I think that's what I've always told the guys in the change room when I was captain. I said, this is an amazing opportunity to show the whole world what we're about as a team. And finally, well, you know, some of those youngsters that went on to win the WTC final was in the change room while I was playing, so maybe they took that message and decided, you know what, now it's time. It was great to be there at Lord's to watch that happen.
Do you regret not winning an IPL trophy with RCB?
Of course, I wanted to be there, but same story. I think that's maybe my sort of that sort of takes the bitter taste out of my mouth now that the guys did it. Virat pulling me in and saying, you part of this just as much as I am, and I'm like, I was completely taken aback when he said that to me. But that sort of heals the wound a bit, you know, knowing that I was part of that legacy, that I was there with a lot of the guys that played in that final, sharing the change room with them, and maybe, just maybe, I had a bit of an impact for like a 1%er with one of them. I don't know, but that's Virat's take at least, and that sort of makes me feel a bit better. But obviously, forever I'll regret it. The 2016 final hurt quite a lot because we were so close. And I felt we were the better team in that final. We just should have gone through. But once again, that's sport for you, up and down, unpredictable, and that's why fans love the game so much.